Your mom. I didn't actually wash my hair this morning. I dampened it and put some spritz in it, and it's worse. It's worse. That's fine because I have to shower tomorrow because we have a photo shoot tomorrow morning. But it is worse. It did literally just make it worse. So no one look at my head. But hello, here's what happened. Is yesterday I did my normal piss test, and what should have happened is in 2 days I should have had an ovulation peak. And instead it was yesterday, which is just a little off. That's fine, but what you want to do is inseminate about 24 hours after your peak day. So we're doing an insemination tonight. So sorry that stream is so chaotic. We still won't have stream tomorrow because we have a photo shoot tomorrow. Thank you. It's with Do Re Mi Fa So Do. It's with Kayla. Thank you for loving my shirt. I forgot to update my fit check. Let me do that now. But so I slept in a little bit, and I was like, well. So we decided last night not to do last night's insemination, to instead do tonight's. But I didn't want to post on our story, I don't know. It seemed better for it to be posted this morning. Thank you. Thank you for the look. Everyone in chat who doesn't want their own baby, tell your ancestors to give me their baby vibes. Thank you. It's Queer Doko. Let's see. Where is it? I know it's here. Oh, maybe it's not on their website anymore. Read more. Oh, there's a website. Please hold, everyone. I will send them both to us. Twins running the family. I want twins so bad. Don't tell Phoebe. Don't tell Phoebe because, here we go, because they don't want twins. From Queer Doko. Oh, it's queer. Queerdo's one word. Hang on 1 second. Sorry, I forgot to do this before I showed up to everyone. One of our... It's a shirt that's literally a joke from one of our TikToks. One of Phoebe talking. And a universal standard pants. Well, they're leggings, really. Okay, sorry. Fit check's updated. Hello. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you for sending me your fertile vibes. So I'll be redirecting that energy to your uterus. Thank you, Myth. Hello. Oh my God. This morning, the first TikTok that I got was of this baby who's in like a little snowsuit, and their dad is like, hello, it snowed in the UK last night, so I'm going to play in the snow for the first time. And the dad's like moving the baby around in a little like furry snowsuit. And I sent it to Seven, and I said, this is what you look like to me. Which is true. Seven, just a baby. I just watched that one. It's so cute. That's what Seven looks like. When I am allowed to perceive it, that's what it looks like. Just so everyone knows. That's Seven in that little baby's body. It's so cute. Famously just a baby. I love when I see babies from like other places. It gets me very like, I don't know if there's a word for this, but similar to how when I'm in the American Adventure at Epcot and I don't actually care about America unless I'm watching the American Adventure and they're playing that like, it's like this really like the music is swelling like song, and it's like, America, don't let your dreams be dreams, something like that. It's like very, anyway, similar to that vibe. Anytime I see babies from like other parts of the world, I'm like, wow, the world is so small and we're all just people, just like trying our best. Similar, it's like that. Think of the baby. It's me, I'm the baby. Something that Phoebe and I started saying once we like kind of were in a place to make jokes like this is we'll be like, no, it's good for the baby. And then we'll be like, I'm the baby. We were all just babies once. Isn't that bonkers to think about? Literally all of us here. We were all babies once. Except for Dorian, who was sent to this planet, fully formed. I'm still a baby. I'm 35-year-old admin assistant. I am a baby with gray hairs and trauma. Listen. Babies are fascinating. What freedom? It's so true. My therapist said something to me the other day. I don't know if it's true, just so everyone knows. I have not Googled this information. And I love her, but she is like 60 something, so sometimes like the information that she's getting is like years old because it's like what she remembers from the last time she was reading up on it. But she was like, did you know that like of babies who like the baby is the reason that they won't latch when breastfeeding, like a large number of them are autistic. Like the mom in theory is like the parent, for lack of a better word, like everything's going well with like the adult's body. It's like the baby won't latch. She was like a huge part of them are autistic. And I was like, no. And it's because basically she was like, I think she's also on TikTok. I don't know if she's like our stuff, but she was like, are you worried that your baby's going to be autistic? And I was like, when I was younger, I was worried because I only thought of it as like, you know, like Sheldon Cooper, like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't exposed to anything. And I was like, and now I'm not worried at all. Like, that, I wouldn't care. I mean, like, I would give them the best things that, you know what I mean? I don't know. And I was like, worried, no. I was like, I'm worried if my baby's going to be born with their heart outside of their body. Or like, that I won't be a good mom. Or I would not grieve that. Thank you. That's the perfect word. So we didn't spend a lot of time on it. But she was like, I actually have a really fascinating, if true, is essentially how I felt. My new baby will be just like my other children. The other children is chat. Right. I think she was like gauging, I don't know how to say this nicer than this, but like, I'm sure we all know someone who went to your high school maybe, who like had kids and it was obvious that what they wanted was babies and not like children who would like grow up and maybe have like their own opinions and like their own struggles and like, you know what I mean? So I think she was just like, let's talk more about like, you know, which makes sense because I couldn't have talked about it any earlier. Like when you're grieving a miscarriage, you don't want to think that your kid would have been anything less than perfect, obviously. Right. So, so I think she was just checking in and being like, how are you feeling? Oh, you mean Cody Brown? Yes. Right, exactly. So she asked about that, and then she also asked about like, you know, are these thoughts keeping you up at night? And I was like, no. Like I think they did before I was also an adult who was like, if our kid had something going on that we didn't know anything about, we would get them, we would do what we can, just as everyone does. It's so weird that Olive Chat has the same non-Morgan mother. Isn't it so weird? Just the idea of a baby. Everybody has to go on their own journey, and that's so fine. I do wish that there was like mandatory. There's no way they could do this, but similar to how I wish they could mandate every single person has to do like a year in serving or a year in retail. I wish everyone had to do like a year of like daycare with like actual babies and like toddlers. Because some people will be like, yeah, I had no idea I would never, have a single moment of like quiet except for the 5 hours that the babies are sleeping. And I'd be like, yeah, that's what it's like. And I'm excited. And like we are in a great position of privilege because like Phoebe and I are really good partners. Then we also have like Phoebe's parents upstairs who have already had kids. Like, Phoebe's extended family would be like totally fine to like babysit, or like everyone would respect our parenting decisions for sure. Nobody would be like spanking our kids behind our back, even if like they thought that's what you should be doing. Everybody's very respectful. Our mothers had a lot less choice being child free, so I get to be childless when I know it's not right for me. Hello, we're talking about trauma. That is true. I think she didn't know how else to give her life purpose. Yeah. Squid Ink, you've written it beautifully, and that's exactly it. I think that is true, and something we need to acknowledge, that like a lot of our parents just thought it was like what you do. I think that's why like I think it's good news when it's like people are having less babies, because I'm like, I know a lot of people who, if they really thought about, like if they had more access to parenthood planning, some might say, and more access to like knowing the kind of, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, would have been bigger than it is now. That is a fair thought. She felt like her life was directionless and a baby would give her life meaning. Yeah. Yeah. I love that I have, like, that we know so many people, like, both actually in real life and, like, on the internet, who are like, no, kids aren't for me. Like, I want my life to be about me. And I'm like, good. Yeah, that's so fine. It's not how I've ever felt. I've always, like, I have really big feelings about wanting to be a parent. I don't want my life to be about me. I want my life to be about them. Like, not in, like, a stressful, like, living through them way, but in, like, it's a calling I've always had. It's going to be, like, a lot, but it's something I've always wanted, and, like, I do know all the risks and all the things that go into it. And some people from, like, my high school or your high school, perhaps, it's, like, I feel, like, glaringly obvious that they're, like, so it's just like this for the next 15 years? And I'm like, yeah, baby, that's what you signed up for. And I feel like there's a difference between, like, a friend of mine who I do feel like, I'm just, like, throwing out examples. I'm not talking about specific people. But, like, I feel like there's a difference between, like, people who are, like, going through a hard time or a hard season, or they're like, wow, like, I could really use some support. That is so fair. And they could still be, like, the kind of person who knew what they were getting into. Versus, like, I definitely know people who are, like, have y'all heard about that Reddit thing? I'm not going to talk about it for long because it's very stressful, but there's, like, a Reddit page of, like, people who regret being parents. It's almost like we should have been taught, perhaps in, like, a health class or in, like, a adult decisions class. Like, hey, here's some things they never fucking talk about on television about, like, having kids. Or, like, I don't know, like, there's twice as many decisions you have to make every single day. So, like, what you feel right now sometimes when you're like, what do I want for dinner? Nothing sounds good. It's that plus, like, 100 other decisions about, like, is my kid old enough to eat this thing? Could they possibly be allergic? Is it small enough that they won't choke? Like, my generation saw Teen Mom and said, nah, I'm good. That's so true, though. Like, I will always say I had a deep calling to be a mom and I would never change it, but I have no idea. I had no idea how challenging and unenjoyable parts of it would be due to my autism. Yeah. I think that's the other thing is, like, I am glad that less people are having kids without first going to therapy or first, like, and obviously, like, that's not possible for everyone, but, like, I don't know. I think it's good news that, like, the population's getting smaller because we're not able to sustain our current population. There's not enough, like, food because of capitalism. I mean, there is enough food. There's not enough money. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've been around babies my whole life, and some people just don't get it. It's definitely an adjustment. I'm in therapy. It helps a lot. Knowing to set a child down in a safe environment and walking away. Yeah. I think also, like, there's just, like, I don't know if, I'm sure this language always existed. If not in, like, you know, communities that weren't white, like, just definitely communities I wasn't a part of. But, like, I was definitely, like, raised by people who were, like, spankers and, like, let them cry at outers. And then for a little bit, I was like, I'll never do that. Da, 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 da. And now, I'm not going to spank my kids. That's not where this is going, by the way. But, like, there is, like, setting a kid down and walking away for a few minutes is not the same as, like, letting them cry it out. Because it is, like, in something that I'm talking through therapy, I was, like, I completely, in, like, times that I've babysat since becoming an adult, it's, like, the reason I wanted to go to therapy before getting pregnant is that, like, you don't realize how much, like, those loud, like, crying noises make you think of your own childhood until it's happening. And obviously, like, again, we have not had our own kid, so I'm sure it'll be much different and much more difficult. But it is like, oh, this is something I got to talk to a professional about. Because it's like, you have to retrain your brain that, like, we do not hit. Even though that's what happened to you when you were crying. Like, it's like relearning. But it's like relearning of a thing that you forgot that you knew, if that makes sense. For things that make sense, we can be in community with each other. We don't have to isolate our needs. Yeah. We're going to Easter service. Like, no, they're not going to have that small town Southern Baptist trauma. Yeah. Lots of reparenting. Yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. I am happy that people who don't want to have kids don't have to fucking have them. They shouldn't. That's the other thing is, like, and everybody in chat is very nice, but every time we post a video of Bob, there's at least, like, 5 people who are like, if you can't handle a cat, how are you going to handle a baby? And I can just always tell that people who comment things like that have not actually spent time around the 2 things. They've spent time around one of those things. Never both. Like, they're literally nothing alike. Also, again, it just proves to me that some people think of kids as, like, just babies, and they grow into people. They grow into adults. Like, you mean you can't litter train a child? A cat's not a baby. I'll take 12 crying babies before I have 1 cat. That is how I feel. The baby stage is so... I mean, it is, like, years, but compared to the fact that a person, in theory, should live, like, 100 years. Yeah. Like, it shows that some people think of babies as pets. And when you're right, you're right. But, yeah, I don't know. And I'm always like, oh, I can handle babies for a lot of reasons compared to pets. I have no desire to have a pet. I would say that's step number 1. And people will be like, no, you should really have a pet. And I'm like, would you say? It's always young people. And I'm always like, you know how you get really annoyed when your grandparents are like, you have to have a baby. It's what you do. Do you see how maybe you being like, you should really have a pet, even though you have no desire to have one? I don't understand. My daughter isn't my pet, obviously, but she does act like my dog. Okay, she's an actress. She's literally an actress. I would rather be around 12 crying cats than a single crying baby. Me, a young person, none of my stuff has hair on it that isn't mine. Yeah. She's a drama queen, honestly. Love that for her. This feels like one of those things like you should raise this plant before you get a puppy. But I only need to go outside 4 times a day to potty. Yeah, only one needs to go outside. Yes, exactly. I can be in the comfort of my house with a baby. I mean, you do have to, like, you know, take the dirty diapers out, but you can get a diaper pail. I could put a dumpster outside our window, open the window and throw the diapers out. I mean, it wouldn't be very smart, but a pet is not the way to do that. Yeah, also, why would you put a pet through something that, I don't know, you know what I mean? People are weird on the internet. They're super weird on the internet. But, yeah. With the invention of the garbage pail, cleaning up diapers is a breeze. I like garbage pails. People can say shit all they want. Sorry. I like them. If I have to go to strangers' houses and their house smells like a litter box, they can come to my house for the first year where it smells a little bit like poop. I also feel like they do keep all the smell inside the pail. Some people don't feel that way. And I'm a super smeller. But I have also, anytime I've, like, been watching a kid who had a diaper pail, I always, like, emptied it at the end of the day. So, like, nothing's sitting there for longer than a day. And it's literally, if you've never seen one, they're like a long tube. And, like, every time you open it, it's hard to explain, I guess. People be like, it's better to raise a traumatized pet than a baby. Here's the thing, how about neither? It is a diaper genie, yeah. Old people call it diaper pails. Old people and Veronica, I guess. Veronica, who is secretly 65 years old. Merlin Magic Soup Set. Everyone loves the Merlin one. Okay, hold on. People have weird pictures. It's like a tight seal that doesn't let the smell out. Hey, what? I'm not telling your secrets. I treat my cats like they're my babies, but I'm also aware they are not equivalent to human kids. I don't understand why so many people don't grasp that. I don't understand. Okay, I don't know how to make this any bigger. This is what it's like. So, like, this you can't really see, but it's an Arm & Hammer little deodorizer thing. And then, like, I wish you could see into the little butthole of it. This is a bad example, but, like, this one's really full. It's like, it goes like this when you shut it to keep all the smells in. Love that for you, Adrian. This one's little butthole is kind of closed. But yeah, you get it. I am internally 65, but this is slender. Yes, it does, Corky. I mean, I don't know. I haven't used one. I haven't, like, babysat a baby in, like, 10 years. So they might be better now. It's like a hungry caterpillar of poo. It is. It is. Or if you cloth diaper, you don't have to deal with this at all because you just flush everything, which is what you're supposed to do anyway, by the way, in case you didn't know that. Buy a new pail every time and then the smell can't get you. You're living in the future, Veronica. That is so smart, baby. Thank you. Thank you for the spoiled vibes. With twins, it gets full in like 2 hours. That makes sense. I know, maybe we'll have to buy 2. I have no idea. Here's the thing. I don't know if they're listening. Phoebe, are you listening? I can hear you. Phoebe really wants to cloth diaper. What? What do I want to do? Cloth diaper? Oh, yeah. Can y'all hear them? Did you need me? A little. I am. They said, do you think you'll cloth diaper? I know Phoebe's really into eco stuff. Does Phoebe love to do laundry? What a fun question. Phoebe's done 2 loads of laundry in the 6 years I've known them. They have a lot of other great qualities.
That's not true. That's not even true.
And
here's
Give
your
argument.
Not even so much about less waste. The way that...
I heard some words about the same waste because of the energy you're using to wash loads of laundry.
Whatever. It's easier to teach them to get potty trained.
That is true.
Because the wetness in your diaper is uncomfortable, whereas the disposable ones like suck everything up and dry it out, so they don't even notice they're peeing because it's like immediately gone.
Yeah.
Hello, Dorian. It's me, the aubergine.
I think what we'll probably actually do...
I think, honestly, it'll be a mix between the two of them.
Yeah,
like, I don't think...
I think in the newborn stage in particular, because if you didn't know this, the newborn poops are gnarly.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, black liquid tar.
Yeah.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Very sticky, but also very wet at the same time.
Yeah.
So I think the first, like, couple months of their life, we're probably going to be exclusively disposable. But then I think baby poop stream. But then I think after that...
It's also cheaper to have cloth ones.
Mm-hmm.
So, like...
I think we'll end up doing, like, a mix.
Yeah.
I think we'll end up doing a mix, but I am team disposables as the person who does most of the laundry in the house. However, my husband claims that if we do cloth, that he'll be in charge of the diapers.
Well, because you can't do them... You can't do them with all of your laundry.
No.
They have to be separate.
And it has to have special, like, soap, because babies are, like, basically allergic to everything.
Yeah, well, and you gotta, like, bleach them. They've got to be in, like, a specific... So,
and then you also have to wash your washing machine afterwards.
It might genuinely not be something that's feasible for us to do.
Mom said we literally had a diaper service for a while with Nick, and it was still too much. That's without having to do the laundry.
Yeah.
Mom's here to talk shit.
So the other situation is that I use...
Sounds impossible.
Is that I use cloth pads, and so that's why I think cloth diapers would be nice. Because I have, like, a super... My whole downstairs just gets bitchy for no reason.
I have seen that, John. It works. So basically...
So hold on. So I feel like... I feel like the disposables would be uncomfortable, and that because the adhesive and like the shit that's in them, and I know it's different than the stuff that's in diapers. Yeah, but pads, like disposable pads, hurt my cooter. They're not comfortable. So my thought process is it'd probably be more comfortable for them, and they, potty train earlier. I have seen people talk about immediately potty training. Go ahead.
That's all I have to say?
That's all I have.
Okay, you going to do your husband chores?
No, not yet.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to email Canva for the 6th time in 6 months to hire us.
That's how my parents discovered I was allergic to latex. First 2 nights of sleeping over a month, and I don't even have a baby. I literally threw some away and just got charged extra because it wasn't worth the smell. That's so fair. Yes. Reusable pads, is that what you mean? They do, if you're sensitive to stuff. I'm not, so I don't use them. Oh my, so good. I need a new chair that doesn't fall down. Thank you, Bon Biscuits. Yeah. People who are like immediately potty training their infant, I think we might try it. If we only had one. If we had twins, I think it would be kind of too hard. But what they do is they, like, take their baby to the toilet and, like, sit with them on the toilet, like, after every meal. And then, like, after every nap or something like that. And they just, like, sit there for a few minutes until the baby gets used to, like, this is where we go. This is, like, part of the routine. I don't know. That's all I really know, but I haven't looked into it a lot. But it's something I'd be into. Did cost $1 million for my credit card, though. It is a thing. It's a common Chinese practice. Interesting. Now, to be clear, it's potty training your infant. It doesn't mean they are potty trained. Right. It's like, it starts at like 6 months. Maybe like 5 months. It's really common everywhere. Predisposables. Have both gotten horses for free, so a horse is an attainable goal. What? Elimination communication. Hey, they do be eliminating. That is so true. Time for the adventure. Surprise, I am potty trained because I want to do everything Courtney does. Phoebe always says that they got potty trained because their mom was like, I got you these fun Princess Amidala underwear, but they're for big girls, so you can't use them until you're potty trained. And then Phoebe was like, and now I'm potty trained. Hand them over. Dorian, you missed the joke that I said about you earlier. Someone said, can you believe we were all babies? And I said, isn't it bonkers that we were all babies? Except for Dorian, who was sent to the earth fully formed. Horses definitely cost more than a baby, I would say. You have to buy the horse. How much do you pay for the average horse? How much to buy one horse? Horses cost anywhere from $500 to $3,000. Okay, well, that's actually much less than I thought it was, because the average birth is like $18,000. Mom put me in a dress with no diaper, and I hated peeing myself so much that I never had a problem after the first time. That's bonkers. $1,000 to $50,000. It's just business email to Earth per exchange program agenda. Oh my god, that's traumatic, Trini. I don't remember getting potty trained. We put like Fruit Loops in the toilet for my brothers. That her horse had surgery standing up. What? Horses as high as $300,000. Hello, Mina. Happy one day before your wedding. Are you going to a crazy bachelorette party? Yeah, it's like, you know, you put Fruit Loops in the toilet and then you say, like, can you hit the red one? My cousin definitely did the Fruit Loops in the toilet thing. It only works if you have a kid who can pee standing up. So, that is, you know, kind of it. My parents did not do that for me. One day she walked out of the bathroom and I was just doing business all by myself. Okay, you knew what you needed. That sounds good. Hey, that's perfect. Give me a baby. Went on a boat ride. Nice. Hello, Chloe. Glad that you're here. Yeah. Put Fruit Loops in the toilet. And then they're like, this is so cool. I love peeing. I also, like, people get, like, they call them, like poop lollipops, but it's got a cuter name. Where you get, like, how do y'all even know how to potty train humans when none of y'all potty train cats? Oh my god, you're so right, Switting. You're so true, bestie. You need friends to ride your horses when you can't. Interesting. Lollipoops. Lollipoops was the first thing I thought of, but that's definitely not what people call it. But it is kind of smart. Anyway, they, like, get a little lollipop. Not reward system. That is what it is, though. My parents took me to KB Toys when I was a kid and let me pick out a toy. Suckers. No, that's true. It didn't want you to say suckers. I forgot about KB Toys. So we never did pay with it with a passy, but that is so smart. I've also seen where people, like, go and bury the pacifier in the yard, which is bad for the environment, so you should dig it up later. But they'll, like, bury the pacifier in the yard, and then when the kid goes out there the next morning, like, a little, like, thing of presents has grown. Just, like, cheap dollar store stuff. Poo pop. That sounds right. Oh my god, no, it was just funny. Because, like, even if you were trying to be mean, like, suckers isn't that mean. I traded my binkies to the conductor for the Thomas the Train Engine. Phoebe's family calls pacifiers plugs. It's really just Phoebe's Graham who says it. And I always want to throw up. I'm always like, why are you saying that? It's weird. It's scary. They're like, because you plug the baby. And I was like, I hate it. Please don't plug my baby. I'm scared. Hello, Kayla. Welcome. Dum-dums. Plugs. I know. I was like, that's scary. We always called them pacifiers by their full Christian name. We never said binky. Yeah. I have heard dummies. Fire. Fire makes sense. Pacifier. Baba. Guckies. Oh my so god, that's so cute. Have you guys seen where people say, like, here's some things my parents just literally never corrected me on? There's a girl who's like almost 30, and she was like, I only found out 5 years ago it's not called washcloth. She just called it washcloth her whole life instead of washcloth. And no one ever corrected her because as a baby they just thought it was cute. And then they just thought she was doing it on purpose after that. Lulies? Pacify, and that's why it's called a pacifier. Oh, that makes sense. They called them nukes even though that wasn't the brand. Not know? What asked for it was, I would say not know. And you're right. My favorite thing that my youngest brother used to do, it was so cute. He still does it every now and then. But like it was the strangest thing, and I don't know where he got it from. But like if someone said like, if we were standing next to each other and someone said to me like, how are you? And I said like, oh, I'm good. And he would try to, instead of saying like, oh, I'm good too, he would say, I'm good also. He always said also instead of like TOO. So he would be like, I also think that's a good idea. Instead of like, I think that's a good idea too. He'd be like, I think that is a good idea also. I rarely say crayon because I couldn't say it for so long. I get so embarrassed trying to say it because I always said crowns my whole life. It was really cute. It was so funny. And we were not going to correct him because he's not wrong. Like, there's nothing to correct. It's just strange. So he would be like 4 at the restaurant. And they'd be like, what would you like to drink? And he'd be like, I think I would like a sweet tea also. Or like, I also would like a sweet tea. Butt burps. It was like a month ago. I found out it's not a common term. Oh, no. He was born a 70-year-old grandpa. He really was. Butt burps is funny. I'm trying to think if we said anything else weird. We said chest of drawers instead of chest of drawers, but I feel like that's just a southernism. It wasn't like my family. It wasn't specific to us, for sure. My sister says vase the opposite way of the whole family. Just she say vase. Or vase. Really fancy. Stilts. Okay, he's not wrong. I called milk ocho when I was little. My sister called sweaters shredders. Oh my so god. I had a friend. I may have told the story before, but I don't think it's when we had as many people watching. I had a friend in high school, and we were like talking about just weird things that we did when we were kids one time. And she was like, oh yeah, I called Pocahontas Dada. And we were like, what? And she was like, yeah. Like, there's no real reason. Like, I definitely did not think Pocahontas was my dad. Like, somehow in the movie when they were saying Pocahontas, my baby brain was hearing Dada. And so, like, when Pocahontas, like, dolls were at Walmart, I would point and be like, Dada. And my mom would have to be like, she doesn't think Pocahontas is her dad. I didn't tell my baby that Pocahontas is her father. And she would just, like point at Pocahontas at, like, Disney World and be like, Dada, until she was, like, 4. And then eventually when she was, like, 4, she started saying Han Dada, which was at least a little better. And then one day she just started saying Pocahontas. Pocahontas is father. Because I started a license plate frame when I was 7. Alamini? Oh. That's so funny. I would call it skeleton tennis. Hey, why were you talking about skeletons so much? I called Cinderella Cinderelli for a really long time. There's, like, a really cute home video of me that, like, my parents were filming and I didn't know they were filming, of me, like, spinning, like, walking in circles and saying, Cinderella, 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 Cinderella. I exclusively called Shrek my friend. I was a Nightmare Before Christmas tot. That does make sense. You would say skeleton a lot. Mickey Mouse Mimi. My friend Shrek. Momo tacos? No, that's true, but I only called her Cinderella. Exclusively. I never said Cinderella. I've lied to you. I have lied to you just now. I didn't say Cinderella. I said Cinder Rabbit.
Why do you lie?
I lied. I mistold the story. I called her Cinder Rabbit. I was just a precocious asshole. He was like my imaginary friend. I would go on and on about what me and my friend did today, but surprise, it was imaginary Shrek. Not being gaslit on live. It should be Tarot. So you're not wrong. That's what it should be. Every time I read it, I'm like, Tarot. And then I'm like, it's tarot. My brother thought the moon was stuck. Oh my God. So my dad is like a silly, goofy man kind of dad. And so like I always thought it was really funny. I feel like I got most of his jokes. So like, you know, our hand would hurt from like, I don't know, rough housing. And he'd be like, we have to cut it off. And I always thought it was really funny. And my siblings thought it was funny. Of that same type of joke, he once was like, oh my God, guys, look out the window. Like, the moon is so pretty. And then I'd be like, oh my gosh, that's so sweet. That's so cool. What a good moon. And then, like, 20 minutes later, it felt like, it was probably like 5 minutes because time is fake when you're a kid. He was like, oh my God, the moon is following us home. And I knew he was kidding. And my youngest brother was so scared. And he was like, please tell the moon not to follow us. He was so scared. And I was like, the moon's not following us. The moon's in the same place. It's just so big, it looks like it's moving. And he was like, I don't know how old he was. He was small enough to still be in a car seat. But he was so scared. And then I'd tattle on him, and then he'd turn around and be like, he did nothing wrong. Leave him alone. Did y'all ever float as a kid? What do you mean? In the water? Like zero gravity time? No. Did you go to space? Like float in the river? Like just lift off the ground. Drake, I think you're remembering a dream. I know what you mean by float down the stairs. What's going on with you guys? Hey, you guys are being really creepy in the chat right now. Do you mean where we exercised as kids? Y'all are scary. Chat, stop creeping your mom out. Chat, be normal. Chat, be normal for once challenge. I had a lot of really vivid dreams as a kid. I had like a recurring nightmare that was about Muppet Babies. I can't be normal. You good? I thought I could fly for years. I'm being so normal. What are you talking about? I definitely had dreams about floating. Only like once though. I had a lot of dreams that I could fly. I still do. But I feel like most of my dreams, like I would say like a little over 50%. So like barely most. I feel like a lot of my dreams are lucid dreams. I had a recurring nightmare about plastic Easter eggs as a kid. Darling citizen, so did I. This is a different nightmare than the Muppet Babies one though. Have you ever died in a dream but keep dreaming? So I never experienced the dying part in a dream. I have dreamed that I am in the time after my death. This happened, not a dream, real. Drake, maybe you have powers. I used to have nightmares about the chocolate bunny from VeggieTales coming out of the couch and getting me. No. My mom never wanted me to feel bad about peeing in the bed, so she would say the dog did it, and for years I thought he was peeing on me once a week. Okay, it's coming from a good place, but I would be like, why does the dog hate me? What happened? That's so funny. I mean, I get where she's coming from, I guess. Maybe it'd be less traumatic. She said he was too comfy to get up. So were you. I feel like a vengeful kid would just pee on the dog's bed. Yeah. I mean, socially enough, I always heard that if the electrolyte drinks taste bad, that means that you're fine on electrolytes. However, I heard that from, like, Tumblr. So, I don't know if that's true. But I always heard, like, if Gatorade starts to taste good, then that means, like, you really need it. I'm personally funding your therapy immediately. Dorian finally comes clean about being a millionaire, chat. Chat, stop being so need therapy challenge. Whenever there's mention of pee, she says, oops, David is here peeing. You're in luck, my therapist is free. Who knew this is what we needed to get our therapy paid for? Literally. It's hard out here, you know? All for the price of a Twitch subscription. That's not entirely true. Most people don't need them, and even if you still do, you might find them gross. Interesting. Again, no matter how bad it tastes, I need it. That makes sense. I think you should probably believe your doctors before you believe me. Mr. Beast 100K therapy giveaway. I thought it said Mr. Breast, and I was like, that's me, your mom. Mr. Breast. What was I gonna say? I don't remember. Yeah. Weird times. Goodbye, Drake. Should we could do something on Canva. I don't know. I'm having a good time just chatting. Putting lemon flavor into unsweetened black iced tea, so it turns into sweetened black iced tea lemonade. Propel isn't loaded with sodium, it's liquid IV, but I enjoy it more as someone whose body is a little wonky. Dr. Titty's 100K therapy giveaway. Dr. Pep Pep. Mr. Beast is my drag king name. I've never been really into Mr. Beast. My youngest brother is, like, super into his videos. Which I guess his videos are just, like, him giving away stuff. Which is fine and nice, but, like, I'm suspicious of that. Maybe I shouldn't be. Maybe that's on me. But I'm always like, what's going on? What's that about? What's happening? I actually hate him as someone who works in outreach. I am deeply suspicious. The list he made his girlfriend go through. I don't know anything. I know very little about this man, just so everyone knows. By that I mean I know nothing. Dance for me and you might get this money. Right. Nothing wildly stressful, just bad vibes. Yeah, I'm suspicious. And, like, I don't know him personally, so maybe one day I would meet him and I'd be like, wow, he really is just trying to, like, be nice and make it interesting. But I actually had this conversation with Phoebe yesterday. Charity for content isn't charity. I feel like it's like, I don't know how old everyone in chat is, don't tell me. But, like, I remember watching Oprah as, like, a young person and being like, oh my God, like, people go to her show and they get, like, a car sometimes. Like, people go to her show and they get, like, you know, tons of, like, a huge book of, like, gift cards. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so cool. And then I think she, like, kind of gave Ellen her, like, second start. I think Ellen saw that, and then Ellen started doing that on her show as well. But then it became more, like, similar to Mr. Beast. It would be, like, do these cool things or, like, go through this embarrassing conversation. And then I'll give you this thing. I don't know. You know what I mean? Not by making poor people. Right. It's suspicious. I'm already flat again. It's giving savior complex. It really is. Okay. I'm going to go to the bathroom and do my little piss test, and then I'll be right back. I'll play you some Stardew music, though. How's that? So you can have some music to listen to while I'm gone. Hold on, it's playing an ad. Okay, be right back. I'm back. It's me, the baby. I'm back. My hair is really, really doing something. I'd like to apologize. Miss you. We were having piss talk. Well, that makes sense. It was good. I did my little pee test. What we want is for it to be light today, meaning that yesterday was definitely my peak. Thank you. And from the little bit that I looked at it, it did look like it's going to be light. I pee and Phoebe checks it because it stresses me out too much. Sorry, it does. It does. I won't actually apologize. Hello. I made a coffee an hour ago. But I make coffee ice cubes, and so as it melts, it just still tastes like coffee. I also have water. So, I got that going for me, which is nice. Yeah. Listen, that's who I am. It's a good system. It makes sense. We thought that we had company coming over yesterday, and then we didn't, actually. So I cleaned our whole house yesterday. And then today when I get off, all I have to do is I've got one load of laundry to fold. I need to make our bed just because it makes me happy. And then I'm 3 books behind in my reading journal. So I have to update my reading journal. And that is all I have to do today. So I'm hoping after stream I can just sit and read. But we'll see. Gregnet. So here's the thing. Telling people you can't have caffeine when you're pregnant is kind of not true. It's you're not supposed to have more than 400 milligrams, I think is what it is. Let me see. Which is you'd have to have a Trenta more than 200. That's what I'm reading now. The first one is not very smutty, but the new ones have been, and it's been great. For pregnant. Yeah, I lied. You're right. 200. 2-ounce cups. Wait, 2 6-ounce cups. That makes more sense. Yeah, 1 espresso shot is 50. It is a pretty high amount. So it's you can have caffeine. I can keep doing exactly what I'm doing. And it would be fine. What I do think I am probably gonna do is try to have less of it. I think because we had a miscarriage, I'm gonna be taking all of the things you're not supposed to do much more seriously. Even though you can't have a whole pot like some people do, but 1 cup isn't too bad. Yeah. Even though in theory, I don't know. So I think I might give up most caffeine. What I'll probably just do is switch my dirty chai for a regular chai. And then, right. No, exactly. And I already have PCOS, which is an inflammatory disease. So, yeah. You have to do what's most comfortable for you. I think the other thing is you're not supposed to have all meat that you eat is supposed to be really cooked. And I love medium rare steak so much. I feel that will be hard. And it's another one of those things where they're I mean, you could, but you shouldn't. So we just won't do it. People will tell you a lot of things you can and can't do. Yeah. People already do that when you're just trying to get pregnant, it turns out. People love to tell me what I can and can't do. Or with PCOS or with anything. Hummus, so good. Yeah, I have a friend who just got diagnosed with Hashimoto's, but not PCOS, I don't think. Getting enough water and protein are most important. Yeah, I think the other thing is the kind of nice thing, I guess, about already being, thank you so much, on the internet where people are giving, my mom got pregnant while smoking and not wearing a seatbelt. People love to give unsolicited advice already, and I'm sure they will keep doing that. So at least we're already a little bit used to it, but it is Phoebe and I will, like, turn to each other and be like, I just got an Instagram DM that says, my sister also has PCOS, and the only reason she got pregnant is because she only ate watermelon for a month, so maybe you should try that. And I'll be like, you don't know me. Why would you send that to me? You don't know anything about me. Like, literally. And it's because, like, that random person doesn't realize that they are one of 60 people who have messaged us that day to be like, then she birthed a watermelon. Like, yeah. Do yoga every hour for 20 minutes. It's just a lot. Yeah. Again, it always comes from, like, people trying to be helpful, but it is, like, it gets annoying. I don't know if you guys all, like, I think most people here follow Lexi, but when Lexi was pregnant, a person who followed her, was like, I think you might have gestational diabetes because your back hurts so much. Or it was, like, something random. And she was like, no, I've already had my test. Thanks, though, for thinking you know more about me. And Lexi was, like, snotty, which is fair because, like, again, because she had skin tags. Because, like, yeah, like, it's just, like, that person was in the wrong place at the wrong time because I'm sure they were, like, the 50th person to message Lexi and be like, I know I don't actually know anything about your pregnancy or about you personally. But yeah, I'm a nurse, so I actually am here to tell you what's wrong with you and that you and your baby are going to be sick. No, exactly. I don't blame Lexi one bit for being like, here's this person being stressful. Not to mention me and my partner also had the right ingredients. It was super fluid and easy. It was definitely just eating the hot dog and mustard. No, literally. I thought it was easy on the tummy. Only nurse pays were allowed to give advice. Listen, we'll probably have to do something like that. I mean, maybe not if we don't, like, grow that much. But I think the other thing is I think when we are pregnant, just because of the way that, like, the internet works, I think we'll get more, like, interaction and more followers. Anyway, it's going to invite new people. It'll just be a lot. It'll be a lot, and for that reason, I am grateful to be where we're at now. But yeah. I have a lot of health issues, and a stranger was trying to tell me they thought I had ALS. That's what people are like. You put yourself on the internet once, and people are like, I am not a doctor, and I haven't seen any single test you've ever done. But would you mind if I give you some unsolicited advice? And it's like, no. What I will say, though, is, like, I don't know how much Lexi experiences this, but, like, I have had a lot of people be like, can I give you advice first? And at first I would just say yes and then ignore it, but now I just say, like, no thanks. And no one's been snotty as I've said no thanks. And that's so fair. That's what it should be, because if you really think that you, like, might have something that's helpful, by all means, like, I get why you would try to reach out. But if I'm like, no, you should just be like, all right, that's fair. The camera raised to diminish the vibrancy of the peak, and you're really just going to set yourself for bad handlers. Trust me, I'm an expert. Here's my unsolicited advice. I think it's just better if people ask first. And the other thing is, like, like, I think it's just something that, like, I never thought about before we were content creators. Anytime I messaged people to say, like, oh, like, I don't know if you know this, but I know you're really into The Bachelor, and these seasons are on Hulu. Even though that's something they could have Googled. And now I don't ever message anyone. I don't respond to anyone's stories anymore, unless we're, like, truly friends in real life. But the foundation of your home is okay with the weight distribution. Literally. I feel differently if an actual doctor reached out and privately was like, would you mind if I talk to you and see how I can help? Yeah. Well, also if someone has posted and says, like, okay, I'm asking for advice, which I did make the mistake of doing about a year ago when I was having these really weird, like, pains for literally no reason that never got solved. because like I had been to the hospital, I had been to my regular doctor, and like nobody, like everything was coming back normal. Having health issues, my coworker once tried to convince me I had a fatal illness. Her words were, "By the time you test for it, you'll be a goner." Like, yeah. Anyway, that was the only time where I was like, okay, it's gonna be stressful. You're one sneeze away from that wall closing down. Yeah. It's a lot. Hashtag expert. I think the other thing is like, something that I feel like maybe comes with age is like, I would say 5 years ago, if I was trying to be helpful and kind and someone was like, I didn't ask you, I would be like, wow, what a bitch. And now if I say something and they're like, I didn't ask you, I'd be like, that's fair. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to bother you. Ooh, sorry. I created the hashtag expert. I think the other thing is like, we'll just delete something if it's getting too much, I don't know, too much of a response that we don't want. You know what I mean? On Beeper's IBS, what other advice can I give the chat? Hashtag ask an expert. Thank you. Thanks. It's from a TikTok of ours. And then our internet friend made it. The benefit of lesbian relationships is no male voice of reason. Yeah. Anyway, like, it's definitely much more of a TikTok problem than anything else. And it's because it's where we have the most viewers, so it makes sense. There's a lot of folks that are like, okay, there's a lot of folks that are like 15-year-olds who just think they're helping. You know what I mean? Thank you so much. My name is Morgan and my pronouns are she, her. If you'd like to leave your name and your pronouns in the chat, you can. TikTok does do enough diagnosing itself. They are a lot more random. I think that's the other thing is like 15-year-olds will be on our TikTok and be like, I'm here to help. Oh, thank you so much. I forgot what I was saying. But yeah. Phoebe does the comment moderation on TikTok because I literally would not be able to physically handle it. Hello, welcome. Following a doctor on TikTok makes you a doctor. Yeah. Well, and every now and then, like, I think that's the problem, is every now and then it is, like, helpful. Bob is doing good. He's upstairs. He's probably sleeping, if I had to guess. It's like his first or second nap time right about now. Every now and then, once in a blue fucking moon, somebody will be being helpful. And it's because they're not actually giving, like, this is what's wrong with you and this is what you need to be doing. Like, I feel like if you're saying, like, oh, I have PCOS and I started taking a hot bath every night of my period, and I don't know if it did anything medically, but it did help my anxiety. Something like that. Then it's like, oh, okay. Like, that would be a helpful comment because it's not saying, like, you need to do this or you'll die. It's saying, like, I went through something kind of similar. This is something that helped me. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, okay. That is fair. Sharing your own experience is so much better. Yes. And the problem is, like, half the people will be like, this didn't happen to me, but it did happen to my sister's hairdresser's brother once. I don't know if that actually helps. That was just a situation I made up. If someone is saying it would help them, but admit it might not help. Exactly. Oh, I'm not a bath girl. I wish I was. We've done, like, bath bomb ads, and I've just lied because Phoebe is a bath person. But, like, I don't know. I've never been a bath person. If, like, someone has, like, just cleaned the tub, and there's, like, a lot of bubbles, and you can promise that it'll stay hot for at least 30 minutes, then yes. But like my problem is that it gets cold too fast. And I'm always like, when was the last time this was cleaned? Like, what? My boobs get cold. My boobs do get cold. We didn't have a shower growing up, so I only had baths. Hello. Oh, thanks for being here, Madaloo. Warm baths work similar to eating pads. That would make sense. Yeah. Don't just share your own experiences. No, that's fair. I hate when my body touches too much of the tub. That's so fair. Yeah, I like the hot tub, but like it's our hot tub. Like the only like skin that's been in it is the 5 people that live here. You know what I mean? And like we put cleaner stuff in it every day. And the water does stay hot because it's like always pumping out more hot water. Because it's like recirculating it and then making it hot and then putting it back in there. You know what I mean? I've been known to clean the bathtub in order to be comfy of having a bath in it. I will do it every now and then with Phoebe because there's a giant tub upstairs. But it's a treat for Phoebe. Was struck by lightning. What? Oh my god, your hot tub. That still sucks, but I thought you meant your regular tub. And I was like, how was only your bathtub struck by lightning? But hot tubs are outside, so that does make sense. I love to be in the bath, but I hate getting in and out. Phoebe also has that same disease, unfortunately. Listen, I love overhead lighting. I love when the big light is on. I can see everything. No. Stitches, that's so stressful. Yeah, I love big light. I'm gonna do a poll. Let's see. Let's see. Do you feel... Oh my, so god, I can't type.
You guys ever heard of Chomp Chocolate? She can't speak while typing.
No. We're doing a big light poll.
Okay.
I love the big light.
I love the big light. I'm so sorry.
What? You hate the big light?
Chomp.
Yeah, there's a factory here in Salem.
Yeah, the person whose spouse runs it is a sweet pea, and they want to do a cute little like collab with us.
Oh, fun!
It's literally local. It's based out of Salem.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
It's right next to where I get my nails done.
I had absolutely no clue.
Factory's the wrong word, I bet, because it's really small.
They called it. They said factory. They said we could do like a factory tour if we wanted to.
Hey, that's fun. I love a tour.
Yeah, it's vegan.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wait, maybe I did.
They said in their mission statement they want to send cows on a vacation.
That's fun.
That's so cute.
Were the cows making the chocolate before?
Yes.
With their little hooves?
Their little hooves.
We're talking about people giving us unsolicited advice.
Oh, it do be like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. No, we're vegetarian. Sorry. I'm just making shit up.
I literally just said I love medium rare meat.
I'm vegetarian and I'm the cook.
Yeah.
So most of our food is vegetarian.
Yeah, the house is like...
The house is like half
What are cow PTO rates?
That's a great question. Sorry for just lying. That was so weird. I didn't mean to lie.
Why'd you do chat?
Sometimes I just lie. I don't cook meat. Are you Googling caffeine in pregnancy?
Yeah. Someone said, are you going to have caffeine when you're pregnant? And I said, like, here's the thing. A little, but also not that much because I feel like we're too stressed out.
I love to spread misinformation. Yeah, you can have 200 milligrams, which is essentially like a small cup of coffee.
This says 2 6-ounce cups per day. Yeah. I'm assuming they mean a black coffee, though. So, like...
Yeah. No, because like an espresso shot is 65 milligrams. So you could have 1 Starbucks coffee and be fine.
You could have 2, it sounds like, and be fine. But you have to be careful.
2 shots. No.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Different for blonde, also.
Oh, neck hurts.
I'm sorry.
If I go like this. Okay.
Okay.
I see your... Go spread misinformation at the post office.
All right, I guess I'll go live at the post office.
All right.
Have fun with your friends.
Amy Soros and Noah are both not here, but we're sending their bucket hats out today. Cow gets 4 blades of grass for every 100 hours of work. 2 shots. Someone's out driving in the neighborhood. They were just a young couple. They were cute. Let's see. Who's winning in the big light argument? Most people hate her. 13 people said sometimes I like it. I love her. I can see everything. Right now, the big lights, you can't tell. The big lights are on, and I also have our little cinema roll, a light that we essentially use as a ring light, and I'm right next to the windows. But yeah. So I know it's true. I think we would all rather have natural light. I think if we could all design a house, it would have skylights. But the other problem is like when it's, rainy outside or dark times. Get a lamp in the kitchen. Big light only for cleaning. Interesting. I can't see. We have these little lights that we have strung up because we have a 4-poster bed and we have them strung up and we call them the bed lights, and we have them on at night in our bedroom as the only light to get ready for bed. And then when we turn it off, it's totally dark in here, except the windows are how our windows stay open. I don't close them and open them every day. So I don't know if you can tell. You can't really. Right here is where the blinds are. Hold on. Right here is where the blinds are. And all this, I've pulled up the blinds that far. Does that make sense? They stay that open all the time, every day. So if someone was really tall, because we're on the 2nd floor, they could see in while we were sleeping and stuff. But the way that our house is set up, you would have to be standing in I'm the naked neighbor. You would have to be standing in a really specific spot to be able to see in. And because our room is so long, you would have to be standing right by the window to see us. Because we're on the 2nd floor, so we're tall. You know what I mean? So you'd have to be really far away and have binoculars. And even then we would have to be on this side of the room. I am literally not ugly naked guy. Yeah. I can't live like that. I'm convinced someone would look in the windows and creep. That is fair. No, everybody thinks we live in the basement. There is no basement. We live on the 2nd floor. Our parents live on the 3rd floor. The 1st floor is garage. Always naked, but very sexy. Yeah. Literally, it's a treat. Congratulations. No, but you really couldn't see in here. I've looked from the street several times. And the only thing that you can definitely see our stream setup, but I would say the furthest you can see is maybe 2 feet past me. Even the furthest that you can get away. Most places in the US there aren't basements. It's too wet. Or if it's not too wet, it's too crumbly. But Mira likes to look out the window, so I just deal with it. You have to do what you have to do for your son, People don't have basements. Let me see. Can you have a basement in the US? Basements can technically be built anywhere, but you could face a number of obstacles if you want to build one in an area where they're not common. In most southern states, the water table is very close to the surface, which compromises the long-term sustainability. Oh, where are basements common? That's what I want. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
Okay, tell me if this is funny or if it's mean. Or if it sounds like bragging. Do you guys know that song that's going viral right now that's going to come out on the 28th? It's the Too Much Labor one. That hot girl's like, you make me do too much labor all day, every day. It's like a song about like wives and girlfriends and how the men make them do work. Mm-hmm. We're familiar. Yes. It's really good. Is it funny or not funny if I say me when my wife makes me go grocery shopping by myself one time? Me in my queer, equitable household, the one time a month my wife makes me go to the grocery store by myself.
I think it's funny.
It's supposed to be punching at me, not punching at women who have shitty husbands. The joke is that I'm a baby.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Oh, heard. Interesting. Is the person who's singing it not white? Interesting. Let me do some more research. I appreciate the vibes, team.
She's white. The woman who sings the song.
Interesting.
Okay, this is a map of where most of the basements in the U.S. are.
Okay. Go ahead.
In this orange part. In this part, it's too wet. In this part, it's too cold, I think. And then this says, of the 50 states in the U.S., only in 7 are basements commonly found. These are known as being part of Tornado Alley. That doesn't mean there aren't basements in the other 43, only that you're less likely to find them there. North Dakota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, Kansas. In the Midwest, you're weird if you don't have a basement. That makes sense if there's tornadoes there. Again, there are basements everywhere. This says they're more common in the north. This is lovehomedesigns.com. But yeah, I've never lived anywhere. I've never known anyone who had a basement. The other thing is, if you still like Fridays, since you're mostly a content creator, I like every day. And just, yeah, it's all the same. Michigan is not listed because I'd say most houses here have basements. That's what I'm saying. I think it has to do with the area that you're in. So I think if you're in like a richer part, in the garage mostly, Sarah. Do people who have basements not have garages? They're always a place of mischief and shenanigans. Garage is above ground. No, we have both. Yeah, the garage is above ground. Interesting. Yeah, no, this house here has like a storage spot in the garage that's like kind of a separate room, and so that's where all of our Halloween decoration or our Christmas decorations and Halloween are. And yeah, I know a lot of people who keep them at the top of their closet, like that part that you can't really get to in the closet because it's so tall. Let's see. I wonder if I can find percentage of houses in U.S. with basements. This says about 42% of standalone houses have basements. But that's only standalone houses, not like people who live in like townhouses. Does that make sense? It's not fully underground. Interesting. No, yeah. I would also be too scared to have a basement. I'm getting slight Fs. What? Because that's where all the mischief happens. I feel like every scary movie where there's a basement, that's where the ghosts live. It's also, like, dark. I feel like there's never, like, lighting in basements. My basement's definitely creepy. The ghosts do be living in the basements. Yeah. That's scary. But it is funny because, like, a lot of people, similar to people giving us advice unsolicited on TikTok, people will be like, I'm your biggest fan. And then they'll be like, do you not live in the basement with the cat? And I'll be like, no, we don't have a basement. We live we live on the second floor. Our parents live on the third. It is their cat. Attics are way creepier than basements. Now, we had an attic growing up. I guess I never thought about the fact that other people don't have attics. The first floor is the garage. It's just garage. That's why every time the garage opens, as it just did, it's so fucking loud because I'm sitting right on top of where it goes. Yeah, most people have attics. Everyone I knew growing up had an attic. It is creepy. Yeah. Phoebe's grandma has an attic for sure. Definitely shouldn't be when their parents are making some sort of casserole or soup. My house growing up just had a crawl space. That's worse. Can you have a finished attic? I feel like if you have to take stairs to your attic, it's not an attic. It is like a room. But ours is like where you have to pull a ladder down from the ceiling. Not here, but at my house, at my parents' house. I live in a finished attic. Yeah, that's exactly how it was at my parents' house. There's basically any spot you stand, you could fall through. Look down their shirt and spell attic? I've never heard that. I love my crawl space storage way more than the attic. Oh, no. It has solid floors, maybe full walls. No, that's so scary. Yeah, my parents was definitely not. It was like you could see loose insulation everywhere. Oh, that's funny. No, we were big. We did like iCup, you know. But yeah. No, I've never known anyone who had a basement, like in person. Chat is 4 confirmed. Almost, so God, I can't part my silly little hair. Most people I know also had an unfinished no solid floor attic. We had a basement with a crawl space. That's so scary. You guys are asking to get haunted. It has a full wet bar out of the 70s. That's so fun. That's why, like, I always thought that 70s show was so strange. Like, because I didn't really watch it, but it was, like, one of those shows that was on at, like, 3 a.m. when you didn't go to sleep as a kid or whatever. Because I would be like, is this a basement? Like, it's got the washer and dryer, but, like, there's so much stuff in it. Don't know if that's a basement. Seems like just a room. But it's because I thought the basement, I thought it was a basement because there was, like, you couldn't live down there. Does that make sense? One of the walls is just wallpaper over brick, and the wall par is splitting at the seam. Why did I say wall par? We had a basement with a toilet in the corner. I don't have any scary stories. Isn't that bonkers? I'm glad, I guess. Knock on wood. I don't have any scary stories. Not anything that's ever happened to me. My sister-in-law has, like, one. My father-in-law has, like, one. Hannah has, like, one, like, story of, like, hearing footsteps in her house that, like, couldn't have been her parents. It is a basement, just a finished basement. I know that now as an adult. I used to scare myself by making weird faces in the mirror. They call it a Pittsburgh potty. That's so funny. No, yeah. Listen, maybe I've never been haunted because I've never been inside of a freaking basement, which is a scary place to be. Thank you, Claire. That's a huge compliment. I've never been scared of ghosts, but was very scared of being visited by aliens. Oh my god, Chad, our like favorite roommate, he is the same way. He literally during quarantine, we were like, you know, what is there to do except talk to each other? So he was like, oh, I was like really scared of aliens as a kid. And we were like, oh yeah, no, like everyone's scared of aliens as a kid. And he was like, no, like really scared. And he, to this day, won't put his bed, like anytime he moves, he will not put his bed where like the foot of the bed is facing the window. Because he like as a kid, he was like, if I do that, then the aliens are able to like pick me up and just pull me out the window. So he has to have it like perpendicular to the window. Does that make sense? And we were like, what? He was like, yeah. Every time I come upstairs from the laundry room, I embody Kevin McAllister in the haunted heater. Yeah. The aliens cannot turn you, only lift you. That's exactly what I said. And he was like, I know it doesn't make any sense, but like, I still won't do it. And I was like, that's so fair. There are scary images of the aliens in the bed window thing. I've never been like that. I would pray that I would not be abducted. Hey, Chad, you do you. And yeah, it doesn't hurt anyone for him to be like, I have to have my bed in a specific spot. The aliens from that one Scooby-Doo movie always scared me. Yeah, I was never really scared of aliens. My biggest fear, we made a TikTok about it. My genuine biggest fear as a child, don't know why. I mean, I do a little know why, but like I was convinced till way past too late was I like not having this fear anymore. I'm talking like 12 or 13. I was convinced that if I was taking a shower, because it's like so like loud in there with the water and like I would play music and things like that, I was convinced that while I was in the shower, a very smart velociraptor would suddenly show up at my parents' house and kill everyone in the house except for me because the door to the bathroom was locked. Which is interesting because the door to our entire house was also locked. So how did I think the velociraptor was going to get in? I was like, surely the velociraptor will ring the doorbell and trick my parents into letting them in. And then they will kill my whole family. So anytime I showered, it would be like every 2 minutes I would turn the water off and turn my music off and be like, hello? Or if I heard like a scratch on the wall, I was done. It didn't matter if there was still soap in my hair. I would be like, I'm getting out of the shower. I have to protect my family from velociraptors. I did watch Jurassic Park way too much as a kid. It's really specific. I was very scared of Count Dracula making me count when I was sleeping. Also, what did I think I was going to do at like age 9? How am I going to, naked and soapy, protect my family from a velociraptor? I'm still afraid of dinosaurs. This just in, velociraptors are not extinct. When the T-Rex from the streets and the dog ate the dog, you couldn't tell me there wasn't one outside our house. Literally. I was also like the kind of person who was like always afraid of a shark in the pool for no reason. But like I was never afraid. I've never been afraid of like alligators. Because like where I'm from, you see alligators kind of a lot. And they don't, tell you what, they do not bother you if you don't bother them. So I was never afraid of alligators. But so afraid of this fake velociraptor. Anytime I'm in Florida, I'm just convinced there are alligators everywhere. Saw Jaws way too early. I hate frogs. That is fair. I feel the same way about like lizards. And not like big lizards. Like, I used to think I wanted to be a dragon. I don't think I do anymore because I just don't want a pet. But, like, the tiny lizards in Florida that move like this, I hate them. The tiny fast lizards are way worse. It's because they move too creepy and they move too fast. And so I hate them. I used to have a 7-foot long boa constrictor, but I'm terrified of ladybugs. That's me with dragonflies. I fucking hate dragonflies. If I could eliminate a bug from the world. Actually, if I could eliminate a bug from the world, it would be mosquitoes. But then after that, it would be dragonflies. I hate dragonflies. Anything that runs at you quickly is scary. And what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Why are they always mating when they fly by? I don't know. They're so busy. Dragonflies, I feel like they're too creepy. They sound too creepy when they're flying. I hate them. As a kid, I've always hated them. I caught a mouse in a humane catch and release trap the other day. That's true. I do hate wasps. They're too scary. 1, they are creepy, and 2, I hate them. Those are good reasons. And I'm right, so... I don't mind butterflies. I have not, but I am also scared of bats. I'm less scared than I used to be because you do sometimes see them in Washington. But one time when I was working at Rock and Roller Coaster, if you went to Disney World in the spring of 2018 and every time you tried to go to Rock and Roller Coaster it was shut down, it's because there was a bat in the building. There was a bat. And we can't send the roller coaster when there's a bat in the building that has not been caught because they don't want the bat to fly and smack someone at 60 miles an hour as the roller coaster goes by. It's a freaking bat. I love Halloween. Bats are a huge rabies risk too. Yes. So like literally we were shut down for like days. Because, like, it's a huge building that Rock and Roller Coaster is, like, in. I work at a major big hospital in Alabama, and bats get into patients' room more often than you think. Are you in North Alabama? I had never seen a bat till I moved. Well, I saw the one at Rock and Roller Coaster, but I never saw one in Alabama. But I also wasn't outside that much, so. If you're exposed to a bat, go get a rabies shot. Yeah, that makes sense. It was literally, and we're not allowed to tell people, like, we're shut down because there's a bat inside. So we'd have to be like, I don't know, there could be something wrong with the ride. That they're trying to fix it. Anytime there's a downtime at Disney World, you're not supposed to tell guests what it is. I don't know why. I guess I do know why. It's because they don't want a guest taking something that a cast member said out of context and then, like, writing about it or, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? So we just have to lie and be like, I don't know what it is, they just sent me out here. The fact that they gaslight you about bats. I had to call animal control like 8 times in my 4 years there. They want to keep the magic alive. That too. They don't want you to know that it's possible for a bat to get inside. Also, how the fuck did he get in there? We only opened the doors to that huge building where the coaster like lives. Like once in the morning and once at night. I guess he could have, overnight is when like maintenance does stuff. So he could have gotten in then. In the house and they had no fear. Mom would be like, go get the bat bucket. The bat had a ticket. I don't know. My favorite ride I feel like changes all the time. Right now, I would say my favorite ride is probably It's a Small World. But it's not super true because it just changes all the time. A classic. I like Small World because I like the colors. I think it's cute. Anybody can ride it. It's fun. But I'm also like a thrill seeker, so I also think Tower of Terror is my favorite ride. It is not Rock and Roller Coaster. I can tell you that. But yeah, because of the bats. Not because of the bats. That I've just ridden it so many times that I don't care about it anymore. A bat got into my fiance's washing machine. It was just hanging there. Oh my god, we worked at the same hospital. Hey, please don't dox yourself. That is so scary. Imagine you go to do laundry and there's a bat there. And the bat's like, fuck you. You can't do your laundry anymore. My favorite thing to do at Disney World is walk around with Phoebe and look at stuff. Basically. I don't know. It's hard because, like, my favorite thing to do is be there. What? I've always been scared of a snake coming up through the toilet. It's never happened to me. It's only happened to, like, one person that I know, but I'm very scared of it. Phoebe and I have been together. It'll be 6 years this November. So, like, 5 years and some change. But there's only a few options. I got those toilet fears. He didn't survive the rinse cycle. That's still so scary. I am scared a rat will bite my ass. Don't go to Disney World. Mickey Mouse is crazy. Just kidding. That's a joke. We had to regularly move snakes from the washer dryer. No, see, another reason not to have a basement, some might say. There's a bat in the washer. We got her outside safe in Tupperware. Snake in the toilet was a big fear. I was always really afraid of a baby alligator in a toilet too, which I don't know if that's ever happened. Let me look. But I've always been afraid of it. In New York, stories of alligators in the sewers have proliferated since the 1930s, but they are probably just urban legends. That's so funny. I mean Florida. No, it looks like it's never actually happened. I grew up in Texas and was always afraid of finding a scorpion. Scorpions are not real. I hate them and they're not real. There's no way they're real. How are they real? They shouldn't be. They only exist for awful reason. They don't do anything good. Scorpions, where are they? Where are they from? Hey. They're from Germany. Nope. I've lied to you. It turns out there's a band called the Scorpions and they are from Germany. They're terrifying and I hate them. In the country, we have them in Oklahoma. They're definitely from the desert. That's what I thought. I thought it was going to say, like, Mexico or, like, Nevada. Sounds made up. Can you... I was, like, imagining a little scorpion with, like, a little German, like, beret on. What are they called? You know they're, like... You know how the French wear, like, normal berets? Germans have, like, that different beret that's, like, flat on one side? Germany hat. What's it called? Oh, you know what? It looks nothing like a beret. It looks like a fedora. I just can't think. All scorpions are German. Pass it along. What other bugs come from different places? It's these ones. They wear them in the Germany pavilion. There's also one... It's not like a military hat. I don't see it, though. Maybe it's not German. Ah. Flat hat. Listen, I don't remember what anything looks like, okay? You can't hold that against me. I can't remember anything. So, the monkeys are from the U.S. Hey, the Wiggles are from the U.S. Have you thought about that? Have you guys seen the new Hot Wiggle? Are they? You know what? Now that you say that, I think they do have accents. The Wiggles, where from? I may have literally lied to everyone. I thought they were Kiwis. Oh no. They're Australian. They're from Sydney. No one... You guys just believe me? They're Australian. They're from Sydney. I want new... You guys have to see the new Hot Wiggle. New Hot Purple Wiggle is the first thing that comes up. Pierce, 31, known as Big Strong John. I thought they were British until right now, so shows what I know. Is Bob the Builder British? He does have a TikTok. So hot for no reason. Look at him. This is a photo of him floating. Bob the Builder is British? Hold on, everyone. Is he really? I feel like he talks in inches, though. Does he not? British animated children's... What? Hold on. Bob the Builder talking. Does he not talk? We use inches as measurement. You're lying. I don't believe he's British. I'm pretty sure he's normal. I love it here. Most stop frame shows are British. He definitely has an American accent in our version. I don't know. Now I'm worried. I typed in you and not YouTube. Bob the Builder talking. Oh my god. Okay, hang on.
How to sound more confident in your writing. 1. Remove hedging language and be direct.
Stop it.
For example,
Okay, hang on. I don't want to get DMCA, so I'm trying to do as little stuff as I can. No, I need Bob to talk.
Oh, great! My new boots!
I don't remember him sounding like that at all. He's British as fuck. Little Bill is definitely American. It's Bill Cosby's show. Now that I've heard him, that does sound right, but I don't remember that at all. Lil Bill is Bill Cosby. You guys know that, right? It's important to me that you know that. He made it. It's his. Franklin's British, yeah? Is he? Now I'm worried. Franklin, are you a British turtle? Franklin the Turtle, British. Is he? Hold on. It's an American children's animated series. Well, that doesn't answer my question, though. Is Franklin British? It was dubbed... Wait. Which it was dubbed with British voice actors. What does that mean? Alongside... It had a theatrical movie, Franklin and the Turtle Lake Treasure. This is all an elaborate ruse. This is Franklin. Hold on. This is Franklin. It was like... I don't know who this bitch is. It was like PBS or something. It was like... It wasn't Disney and it wasn't Nickelodeon. They were all Norwegian for me. I had no idea none of these shows were originally in Norwegian. Yes. I have heard that calling it the Mandela Effect is racist. Because it's like Nelson Mandela was a black man and it's like saying like his death wasn't memorable enough. So I've started saying the Bernstein Bear Effect. I just heard that from like one person though. I don't know if it's like a thing that all the people feel, but the Bernstein Bears, yeah. Yeah. Patrick was in Franklin. Patrick is Franklin. It's like, who the fuck is Postman Pat? I have never seen this man. Who the hell is this? Who is he? I'm sorry to this man. Oh, now this man's clearly British. That's like saying Inspector Clouseau isn't British. He's obviously British. Look at him. No American man would dress like this. Sorry to this man, if this man was walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. I've never seen a more British puppet. Is he a puppet? He looks stop motion. Postman Pat. Look at him. That's a cool guy. He's more British than the king. And you're right. American men don't wear postman uniforms. Looking like John Oliver. I'm still not over Bob the Builder. That's bonkers. Does Bob the Builder use inches? Because I swear he did. This says Bob the Builder is a sprightly 1.2 meters tall. Does he not measure in the show and I just made that up? That's very possible. I think Postman Pat is why I'm obsessed with cats. He's 4 feet tall. Is that true? What are they? It's like meat trays. Yeah. No, it's just, I just can't spell. No one look at me. I am taller than Bob the Builder. They changed the British words to American too. It was dubbed. No, but when I played it just now, did that not sound right? Didn't it sound right? He's so small. He's literally just a little guy. I mean, now that I'm looking at him, that he looks pretty small. Tax evader. I swear I remember Bob the Builder being nonverbal and his tools could speak. He builds tall. We had to adapt our script to your American words and some of it sounded so weird. He only 4 inches. No, that's true. Okay, let's see. Can I look up like... Okay. American Bob the Builder. Because is it just dubbed now? Or was it actually dubbed then? Bob the Builder with Crew 2007? That's too new. I was watching it in like 2003. I feel. Maybe not. Who knows? This doesn't tell me anything. Hey, why is Bob the Builder dressed like Elton John? He only 4 inches. Okay, have you guys seen this guy? Because I don't fucking know who he is. This is new Bob the Builder. 3 days ago, and I hate him. That is Elton John. Sam the Scaffolder. Yes, we can. This is the one I just watched. I give up. I believe you. Can we fix it? Bob is a lesbian icon. You're right. He's got the tools. He's got the looks. What more does he need? That's why Elton John has such cool stages. He builds them because he is Bob the Builder. There was something else I was going to look up when we were talking about... Let's see, we talked about Franklin. Not Arthur. It was like another show. I'm not over Postman Pat. Oh, it's because I was gonna make stuff on Canva. But instead we're talking about Bob the Builder. It's not Caillou, who is my enemy. Oh, that's what it was. It was Little Bill. Because people didn't know that. Yeah. It's literally written about and by Bill Cosby. Wrong thing. Little Bill, the show slapped. It still slaps. He was cute. He was funny. You can say that. It's true. This is Little Bill, if you've ever seen it. I did watch Little Bill. It started in 1999. Where is he from? Great question. The show's main character, Little Bill, is a fictionalized younger version of Cosby. Each episode features Little Bill learning a lesson, interacting with his large family. The show is set in Philadelphia, Cosby's hometown. I didn't watch Gullah Gullah Island. Other people did. I never really watched. I didn't watch this or Zaboomafoo, which I feel like are the same, like, fun vibe. I was really into Out of the Box. Country Mouse and City Mouse? No. This is Gullah Gullah Island. I remember seeing this logo, so I feel like I must have watched it sometimes. I love Bear in the Big... I'm watching Bear in the Big Blue House right now. It's on Disney+. Out of the Box fucking slapped. Look at them. This is a family I want to be a part of. Come on and sing and play together in the box. And now it's time to say goodbye. It slapped. Look at them. I don't know if they were in love, but I like to think that they were. I have seen the TikTok of them singing the intro song. Hey, what do you mean forced? VeggieTales fucks. Let's do some polls. All right, here's the VeggieTales characters. Naughty with the goblins? No. That's scary. The meme tomato? What? There was a kid show about these girls in school in Britain, and for the life of me, I can't remember it. Do you mean Madeline? They were in France. I only know that because of the Eiffel Tower. Named Elizabeth or something. I love VeggieTales. Okay, here's the question that I have. Do you guys think that Bob the Tomato fucks? And by that, I mean, do you think if he goes on a date with a woman, she is ending that date satisfied? I don't think Bob fucks. I don't think he does. I think no. You don't have to clarify. He's gay. So not a woman. You're right. Do you think Bob no, Larry yes? He looks gay in Ace. I think Bob doesn't fuck. I'm going to say Bob does not fuck. I think he takes a person out and he thinks he had a great time and then he's like, does he fuck? Is the lady satisfied at the end of the night? No. I guess you're right, Co. That's how I feel. Bob, listen, he's always... I don't like his energy. Bob, no. Bob is always like, Larry, shut the fuck up. That's what he's saying in his subtext, I could tell. My gay sister used to joke that Bob was her boyfriend to distract from the gay. I'm demisexual, and I'm saying he's giving real bisexual energy. I think he's sex positive, but ace. Maybe I just remember only the shitty parts about Bob. But I hated him. I was like, he's a bitch. He's literally so mean to Larry all the time. I didn't like Bob at all. Now, Larry fucks. I think Larry is pansexual, and he is absolutely making sure that whoever he is with is satisfied. I'm basing my opinions solely on the photos. This is Bob. The asparagus guy is also, yeah, he's awful. Bob's a fuckboy. I could see that. This is Bob, if you don't know. This is Larry, the cucumber. Miss Piggy walks, Madam Blueberry can run. Larry absolutely fucks. Absolutely. I'm attracted to Larry. Larry gets all the silly sexual babes. Yeah. Larry's slinging that thing around like a salad. He's looking at me. The Squash Man? What the fuck is his name? Names. This doesn't tell me anything. There's gotta be like a... Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Bob the Tomato, Larry the Cucumber, duh. Junior Asparagus, no. Petunia Rhubarb, no. Madam Blueberry, it's not Mr. Lunt, it's not Pot Grape. Jimmy and Jerry Gourd? Maybe. I don't think that's his name, though. This tells me nothing because there's no photos. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. Amazing. Get out of here. Mr. Lunt absolutely fucks. Have you heard the passion in cheeseburger? VeggieTales sex before marriage? I don't think so. There's a fandom page for everything. Mr. Lunt was the original fuckboy. I think Mr. Lunt is like, he went through a fuckboy phase, and I think now he's ready to be faithful. That mustache shows that he fucks. He's getting some veggie tail. And you're right, and you should say it. After his first divorce, Mr. Lunt is a changed man. Absolutely. I'm only going to do the adults. It seems weird to bring up the children, so I won't be bringing them up. Archibald Asparagus does not fuck. There's no way. This man takes you on a date, and it's like, I think he's nice, you know? I think he's tolerable. He's absolutely mansplaining. He's being like, you should actually get a white wine to go with that fish. He gives off hate my wife energy. He could be a skinny legend like Pete Davidson. He could, but he won't. Absolutely not. Probably if Peter married, had sex enough to have kids, but does not fuck anymore. Archibald is the man in your DMs telling you how to get pregnant. Yeah. The bow tie isn't what makes him unfuckable. It's the combination of his attitude, if you've seen the VeggieTales shows. And it's just, he's a well-actually guy, for sure. Sex is for procreation only. You're going on the date, and you'll make it all the way through, but you're not going on a second date. You know, and I don't think he's a bad man. I don't think that he's evil. But he does not fuck. There's no way. Unbelievable. Petunia? Hold on. Maybe I'm projecting. To me, Petunia is giving lesbian. And she absolutely fucks. I think he means well, but he's white cis het. I want Petunia rhubarb. Petunia's a lesbian. Look at this. You're gonna look at her and say she's not a lesbian? I was in love with her as a kid. I was like, she's so beautiful. She's literally a piece of rhubarb. Color scheme is pink and orange. What else can that mean? Exactly. Petunia's Miss Honey from Matilda. Yes. She wants me and I know it. She's a lesbian. 100%. She's the femme of my dreams. She is a lesbian. She's loving. She's tender. I would say she maybe, maybe she doesn't fuck until like the 5th date at least. Like she's a little slow. She likes to take things slow. Petunia walks so Fiona could run. I'm in love with her the way that a gay man loves a lesbian. But she's loyal. Absolutely. Usually as a princess and or the love interest of Larry the Cucumber. Okay. That doesn't mean anything to me. She often plays the role of a reporter and has a recurring role of Julia in the Minnesota Cuke universe. She goes for baddies only. All right, let's see. Let's see who else is here. Carrot Lady. Chocolate Factory Guards. I want the name. I don't remember his name. Dialogue Carrot. The guy who sings the bunny song. He loves her. She doesn't love him. Oh, Madame Blueberry. Yeah, where's Madame Blueberry? Where's M? All right, Madame Blueberry. Go ahead. Get your answers in now. There's only one answer, by the way. She loves him like a brother. Madame Blueberry is bisexual, and she's a pillow princess, and I love that for her. Which I take to mean she does fuck, but she gets down. I love Madame Blueberry. She's giving Miss Piggy. I didn't watch the show, but she looks bi. Seems like a MILF to me. Yeah. She's bisexual. Maybe like a late in life bisexual. But she's a pillow princess. And I love that for her. I think that counts. To me, that means she fucks. Because, she's agreed with whoever she's with. She knows what she likes. She tells her partner. Yeah. Madame Blueberry? No, she's the normal twin of Miss Piggy. She definitely came out as bisexual after her divorce. Yes. The elementary school art teacher that everyone has a crush on. Her famous thing is that she is like, I'm so sad, I'll buy everything in the world. And then at the end of that, she learns, maybe I don't need everything in the world, maybe I just need love. One of the moms from MILF Manor. She's my wife. She's beautiful. She is bisexual, though. And she does fuck. Absolutely. She's me, I'm her. Yeah. Well, that's why she got divorced. She wasn't getting what she needed. Gave it a great time, Madame Blueberry. Hello, Selena. We're deciding who in the VeggieTales universe fucks and who doesn't. But only the adults, to be clear. Often has a role of authority, having reoccurring role as the mayor of Bumbleberg. She's a woman in power. And she absolutely fucks. She's a French blueberry. If that's not giving bisexual, I don't know what is. Oh, she fucks. She makes her debut as the title character in Madame Blueberry as a sad berry who wants more stuff, but learns a thankful heart is a happy heart. I don't know if they have ages. You can tell who's supposed to be an adult and who's supposed to be a child, though. Look at these outfits. She fucks. She knows what she wants and she goes and she gets it and she absolutely fucks. Okay, yeah. Is his name Nebuchadnezzar? Oh, it is. Nebuchadnezzar. That's so funny. All right. I'll keep my opinions to myself. I'm really great at it. Go ahead. Does he fuck? This man does not fuck. I would say maybe in a scary way. Nevi is hot. I don't know. Oh, wow. He does, but he doesn't care about his partner's pleasure. Yeah, Nebi K. Nezer, which I don't know if I'm going to call him that. I'll call him, these all sound like bad words when you say them like that. Nebuchadnezzar is who he's supposed to be from the Bible. I don't think he fucks. I think he started in a great relationship and they were happy for a couple years. And now he's giving like used car salesmen in a bad way. He scares me. I don't trust him. I'm happy if you trust him, but I don't. He looks like that cop from Orange is the New Black. Wait, which one? It's a bunch of cops. Hang on. What's his name? Married to the Russian girl. Fuck, what the fuck is his name? His wife would have to fake a headache. Yes. And I think he would let her. Like, I don't think he's, like, gonna commit any crimes. I'd like to be clear. I don't want to put... Not porn stash. I don't want to put any... They're all cops, baby. That's the whole point of the show. Oh, this one? No, not that one. The one who's, like, Healy. Healy's his name. I just remembered it. Right? Yes. You're right. Oh my so god. Now this man, I think, is actually... He plays someone really nice in something else that I watch. He does look like him. That's him, right? If I came out to him, he'd be like, yes. They do look just alike. I only said that because eventually he'd pop up. Yeah, he's an Orange is the New Black. Oh my god, you're fine. I'm just giving you a hard time. The VeggieTale definitely looks nicer. Well, he's not a cop. Whoa. He's not a cop. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna say overall he does not fuck. Listen, I'm hearing that. I don't want to put any crimes or anything actually stressful like that on these VeggieTales. We're just doing this for fun. Okay, let's see. Yeah, what are all the P's names? This one, he's a P. Where's Pa Grape? Here he is. All right. An elderly grape from West Virginia who plays a wide variety of characters in the show. He is the husband of Ma Grape and the father of Tom and Rosie. I think Pa Grape does fuck. He's into some nasty shit. I love that for him. I agree. Yeah. Yes. From West Virginia, I know he doesn't fuck. The grapes of math. I love him. Now, I think he doesn't fuck often, but when he does, he really does. I like Pa Grape. Yeah, he lets you be comfortable. He's an old grandpa. It's so funny because he only has 2 kids. He looks like my Uncle Ernie. I don't know who that is. I am also from West Virginia. Pa Grape. Let's look at some other photos of him. Look at him. He is the captain of the pirates who don't do anything. Oh. Oh, McElroy. It's because it shouldn't be spelled like that. So I never think that's what people are saying. That is on me. That dude is getting down. Oh, look, he's the lion and the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. Him and Meta Blueberry absolutely used to hook up. Oh, 100%. 100% they used to hook up. Look at him. He's a very accomplished actor. Look at everything he's been in. Amazing. He absolutely does. 100%. Now, have you guys seen all the genders here? We've got English boy, English girl, English man, and English woman. It's pretty good. Gabe. Let's see. Is Gordon the regular? What's the name of the... There's Jack. Jean-Claude. Oh, Jimmy Gord. Here he is. I'm pretty sure Jimmy is an adult. Often given the role of mailman or baker. So he has a job, so we're going to say he's an adult. Oh, he's thick. Virgin. Wow. Jimmy's a grown-ass man. Interesting. He's a romantic. I agree. I think he doesn't fuck, but it is because he's not, like, ready. I don't think he's a bad fella. Look at him. I think he's, like... He seems like a nice guy. Yeah. I think Jimmy seems nice. He's heroic and goofy. Rarely seen without his brother Jerry. He is known for a tremendous appetite and at times rather absent-minded. His nervous smile, yeah. I think he doesn't fuck, but it's because he's not ready. He would like to only fuck the love of his life in the future, and since he's not ready for that, he hasn't done it. And that's okay. He's just living. Yeah, he's just enjoying what he's got going on now. Jerry doesn't because he's too awkward. He is choosing not to fuck. His attitude, fucks. That is good. Dave and the Giant Pickle and Josh and the Big Wall. I love the names of these. He's very accomplished. Look at him. This is him wearing a shoe on his head. This is him ready to go out dancing. Yeah, he's a nice, silly guy. Oh, no. He's dressed as a cop. That's not good. Not good. Not good, Jimmy. But I stand by what I said. Oh my so god. Yellow zucchini. Okay, are we missing anyone? Let's see. The bad apple? I think we all know. Get him in, but I think we all know. Hot. Invented fucking. I haven't done the rumor read. She fucks. Oh, she absolutely does. The bad apple? Are you kidding me? Yeah. She absolutely fucks. 100%. She's the enemy to Larry Boy. Oh, for sure she fucks me. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah, where's the rumor weed? Let's see. QRS. This is the rumor weed. Okay, I think she does fuck, but like she thinks she's great and she's not that great. She only fucks. You mean she never makes love? The rules are please don't put any actual stressful things in chat. This is just for silly goofy. So please don't claim that anyone is going to assault anyone in the VeggieTales universe. She definitely has a raspy voice. Absolutely. Rumor Reed is definitely the only one having a good time for sure. Yeah. Terrible date. I think she does fuck. And I think she's okay. But she thinks she's a god. She thinks she's great. She smokes menthols. Hey, everyone, please get ready. The rumor read was not always like this. Prior to her creation, she was just a sentient plant on the rooftops of Bumblyburg. Larry Boy accidentally pushed the plant off the roof of a building, but was also unaware of it, while talking to Alfred after dealing with the Milk Money Bandit. Afterwards, the plant got electrocuted by telephone lines and fell into the sewers, and thus the rumor weed was created. Yeah, she's gone through some stuff. Simply just a sentient plant. She did get murdered to life. What an origin story. So true. This is her. I think that's all the adults. I think everyone else, I'm not sure if they're an adult, and it's not my job to decide if they fuck. That's all the ones I would recommend. Or not recommend, recognize. For sure. All right, I'm going to go to the bathroom. We didn't do dad asparagus? Is that not... Oh, you're right. You're right. This man fucks. This is a loving and attentive father, and he absolutely fucks. We did do Mr. Lunt, yeah. Dad asparagus, absolutely. He is a DILF, and you should say it. Kind eyes. So nice. His first name is Dad. He's the husband of Mom Asparagus and the father of Junior Asparagus. Exclusively plays Junior's father, though he's played some other roles. This man knows the way around a woman's body. You did, Miss Poggrape. I'm so sorry. Dad Asparagus, 100%. He fucks. Mr. Lunt is the one you fuck, but Dad Asparagus is the one you marry. By wife energy, yes. Absolutely. Well, their kid's name is Junior, so... What can you do? Most of them fuck. We had very few that didn't. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'll be right back. I'll play music for you again. No, I won't. It's not up already, so... Okay, I'll be back in a second. Hello, I'm back. I'm eating Tums because my little tummy hurts a little bit. Probably from the coffee. What can you do? Brenda Marion, I'm not a Discord girly. I don't get it. I think I'm too old. Phoebe's younger brother uses Facebook messaging to talk to their friends. Which is bonkers to me. Hey, I'm old and great at Discord, and I'm happy for you. I don't get it. I don't know. They were like, oh, I really like Facebook Messenger. Because, like, that's where our group chat has been since, like, middle school. And I was like, and when you guys all got phones, you didn't, like, move your conversation over? I think it's so funny. I think I'm just an old person. People really like Discord because you can, like, categorize the things that, like, you know, there's, like, little channels. That is the confusing part to me. So that's... I don't get it. It's not built for me. That's okay. Not everything's for me. I use Facebook Messenger. I just text anyone I'd like to talk to. And if I don't text you, then we are probably not that close. So we probably don't have anything to talk about. I only got into Discord last year for D&D. There was a company that we used to work with and no longer work with that exclusively used Discord. And it was the most frustrating thing because every single time I would be like, we don't ever check the Discord. We don't use it. Can you please email us? And I'd be like, Discord is good if you have a lot of online friends. That's what people say. And maybe that's what it is. I know it's funny because this is my job. But, like, this is my job. Does that make sense? This is my job. And so it's like when I'm not working, I don't want to talk to anyone. I talk to my husband, and that's it. It was so weird. No, that's true. I am talking out loud to you. All my friends live in other cities. Most of my friends live in other cities. But I just call them or I text them. I also really am not a big fan of group chats though. And I feel like Discord is like, it's really heavy on the group chat aspect. I mostly like to talk to one person at a time. Anyway, yeah, it was super annoying. Super annoying. Because I would be like, it's fine if you want to try to message me on Discord. That is so fair. As I've said several times over the last few months, I do not check the Discord. I don't have notifications on for it. I don't use it. Can you please just email me when you want to get in touch with me? Because this is my job, and that is how I check things for my job, is on my email. No, my God, it makes total sense. I am really happy it exists. It used to make me a lot more, like, frustrated, I guess, because I was like, I don't get it. And now it's like, I do get it. It's not for me. So I'm happy that other people love it. I do think it's funny that Bo is using Facebook Messenger to talk to their friends. It's the funniest thing. Because I'm like, I don't even know anyone who actually uses their Facebook anymore. Like, I'm on Facebook because I use Facebook Marketplace and I like the groups that I'm in. But, like, actual Facebook, I haven't used it in a long time. Like, I scroll through it, but I haven't posted anything on my Facebook in a really long time. Getting any with it, yeah. It's because when we first started doing this, people were like, you should make a Discord. And then, like, as people who grew up on the internet with things like Omegle and like Kick. I was like, I don't want anyone getting stressful conversations on my, like, what should be my watch. And then now we pay Seven to be in charge of the Discord, along with several other responsibilities that it has. Thank God for Seven. Me chooses social media managing as a career. Me, I hate social media. Yeah. It's the little things. But yeah, I think that's really what it was, is I would get so pre-stressed out of something that could happen. You know. But I think part of getting older is being like, everything's not for me all the time. Believe it or not. So, but it is funny. Yeah, Bo, I feel like, is unusual because most people I know that are their age do use Discord and really like it. And they use Facebook Messenger. And every time, I'm like, that's so funny. That's hilarious. History repeats itself. Which makes sense, because, like, I used MySpace, like, messaging on MySpace or whatever, a lot back in the day. I was of the generation that used, like, AIM, like, instant messaging, though. I really loved instant messaging before I had a phone with, like, texting capabilities. Whoa, sorry it's so loud. That's where Popeye lives. I loved AIM. Yeah. I loved AIM. I loved, like, changing my little away status to, like, things like whisked away on a dream, or, like, I don't know. I loved it. And it's so funny because I feel like when you first become, like, a person, like, you're, like, I'm in middle school or high school and I'm, like, my own person and I do my own things, you're like, wow, like, I'm sure it's different now, but it's like, I am always on the computer. Like, I can talk to my friends on the computer. It's crazy. I love the computer. I'm never going to be without a computer. And then, like, we didn't have a computer basically the whole time we lived in Florida. I technically had one, but it doesn't work very well. I still have it. It has all my photos on it. Didn't work very well. So anytime I needed to, like, do anything, it was on my phone. And then I was like, why would I ever get a computer? It takes up so much space. Then we got a laptop right before the pandemic happened. By happenstance, because Phoebe was going to go back to school. And then we streamed from the laptop, and now we have a computer because Phoebe's dad gave us one for Christmas because he's an angel. I'm an always have a laptop or computer person. I just wasn't. I was like, why would I do that? I can talk to anyone I want to right here on my phone. And that is true. AIM was so fun. So many colors, so many options. Yeah. The opening door sound when people got on was so good. I remember I, like, loved, like, when you would check your email and it would say, like, you've got mail. I loved that. Early in the pandemic, my husband was watching Twitch and I asked him a million times if they could see me. We didn't watch Twitch until after quarantine. I used to catfish people. We've gone global. I loved AIM. And I would always, like, I would call a friend and be like, get on AIM, instead of just talking to them on the phone that I was already on. Checking email used to be so fun. It feels like a chore now. I like checking my email. But that is, like, it is part of my job, so it's very similar to, like, Mike Birbiglia has a bit about this, where he's, like, because he's a comedian. I'm not even pasta. He's like, you know, you go look at your email, and you're like, nothing. And then you hit refresh, like, hoping that once you refresh it, it'll be someone offering you a job. And then it does it, and you're like, nothing. And so I think that's why I like checking the email, because it's like, every time I check it, I'm like, is there a new opportunity for me to have a gig to get paid? And I'm actually binary. When I was a preteen, home internet was still brand new and we were all told never use our real information, so we were basically all catfishing each other. Yes! That's what it was like. you would be like, my name was Blue-Eyed Enigma. She's so different. She's not like other girls. She's so misunderstood. Yeah, it would always be like, there was also, I gave a fake name when I would like sign up for anything. Like if I signed up for like Hot Topic to get like Hot Topic points, I would use like a fake name with like an email that I like had created just for that. I was Julie. The fake name that I had was like Susan Sparkles or something like that. And I would be like, yeah, that's me. All of our handles are webs of lies. It's just so funny. I think that's what it is about Discord also, that seems like people will be like, add me on Discord. And I'll be like, oh, okay, what's your number? Or whatever. And it's like, do y'all remember like email was new, right? In middle school. And so you pick like a cool email that you think is really cool. And then a couple years later, it's like, it's not cool anymore, but it is your name. That's what I feel like it would feel like. And luckily mine is like Morgan May. But like some people will be like, oh yeah, it's Purple Titty 69. And I'll be like, you want me to type that into my phone? Oh, that makes sense. That's why I was so nervous getting one, because I was like, oh my God, no one's going to let me. I'm not going to be able to have this name. And then I could, and it was fine. His biggest fan XD because of Never Shout Never. My first email was boycrazed101, which is very funny in retrospect. But that was it. I don't have access to that email anymore, though. I always use a version of my regular name, but I had to change it on Twitch because too many people in real life would recognize it. No, that's fair. Simmergirl420. I don't think so, buddy. Oh, thanks, Evan. You're so fast. But that was my email for a super long time. And then after that, like I used that through most of high school. And then when I started college is when I started using my college email. It won't let you, if it thinks you're typing in a URL, it won't let you. So you have to space it out. Coyote under Zoe until college when I needed a real email. My email now is like my name. It's super easy. What's really funny is that our like work email for Couple of Goofs is boevum@gmail.com, because that was Phoebe's name on TikTok when we had like right at 100,000 followers, and then we switched to Couple of Goofs because of a random TikTok that we made. To know me is to love me. I love that for you. But yeah, I was boycrazed101, and I was also the blue-eyed enigma. The _blue_eyed_enigma. Also, like, remember when people would do like X _ like you put X's in your names? We still have some people on Twitch every now and then who have like random X's in their name, and I'm like, wow, the legacy lives on. One of my friends was doing Ways to Love Me. Dreamer Forever and Always. Oh, my other one for a long time was Morgan 1,000 Ways. I like wanted to be a YouTuber. I didn't make any videos. But that was like, it was like Morgan X 1000. My sister made my first email, so it was Contrary Sari. That's cute. Atomic Adrian. Love that. Emo Boy. Love that for you. Listen, that's fine. There's nothing embarrassing about your name, so there's no reason to change it. Whereas boycrazed101, I wouldn't say necessarily, like, it's still not wrong because I'm bisexual, but I wouldn't say it's accurate, so I wouldn't use it anymore. But my Instagram name for a long time was Morgan 1,000 Ways. And then I changed it to Morgan's Got Jokes. I don't know, 2 years ago. I get a new email every year. Phoebe Crazed101. because it gets overrun with spam. I just kept using my college one. So my college email is what I sign up for, like if you sign up now, you get 10% off or whatever, because I still have access to it, but nothing important goes to it. Coyote Zoe just screams small town queen who dreams of being cool. I think my favorite thing about all of my children on Twitch is that all of us are not like other girls. All of us have not like other girls disease. And I won't apologize. Good for us. A new email every year is what I should do. People do that. The other thing I've seen people do, this is kind of unrelated, but a little related, is they'll get a new email when they have a baby, and they'll send like little updates to that email and like keep the password. And then they have like a digital record of like their kid growing up, and then they can give the kid the password later. The only thing is you'd have to write it down somewhere where you could definitely have access to it. My sister made her first email right after getting a hippo plushie she was obsessed with. So her email had to do with how much she loved hippos, and we told her she would regret it, and she was convinced she would love it forever. Sure enough, like 3 months later, she hated it, but used it for years. That's so funny. What I love about kids, one of many things, is how like one-track minded they are. So I saw someone on TikTok one time who worked as a character performer at Disney parks, saying like, people think that like you have to know everything about your character to work at Disney World, and you kind of do. But like most kids that you meet, they're not going to ask Tiana like, what's your gumbo recipe? Tell me the secret ingredient. They're going to tell Tiana about like a little mouse they just saw outside in the park. And they'll be like, what's your favorite dinosaur? I just do it when I'm filling out my new planner in January. Good for you. Listen, if it works for you, you know, then that is a good plan. Nice. Okay. I am going to get off stream because it's 1 o'clock and we have to eat and then go to, me, a 3-year-old Tiana, give up the gumbo recipe. We have to go do our insemination after I eat some lunch and stuff. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being here. Send the good vibes. I appreciate you all. There's no stream tomorrow because we have a photo shoot. And then if you're local, the clothing swap is on Sunday. So if you'll be there, we'll send you there. But yeah, thank you so much. Goodbye.